Hello and welcome back to Emily Cat 176. It's Wednesday, and of course Wednesday is about poetry. So today we have an Elizabeth Bishop poem, Arrival at Santos. Here is a coast, here is a harbour, here after a meagre diet of horizon is some scenery, impractically shaped, and who knows, self-pitying mountains, sad and harsh beneath their frivolous greenery, with a little church on top of one, and warehouses, some of them painted a feeble pink or blue, and some tall, uncertain palms. Oh, tourist, is this how this country is going to answer you? And your immodest demands for a different world, and a better life, and a complete comprehension of both at last and immediately, after 18 days of suspension. Finish your breakfast. The tender is coming. A strange and ancient craft, flying a strange and brilliant rag. So that's the flag. I never saw it before. I somehow never thought of there being a flag. But of course there was, all along, and coins, I presume, and paper money. They remain to be seen. And gingerly now we climb down from the ladder backward, myself and a fellow passenger named Miss Breen, descending into the midst of 26 freighters, waiting to be loaded with green bows, coffee bows. Please, boy, do be more careful with that boat hook. Watch out. Oh, it has caught Miss Breen's skirt. There. Miss Breen is about 70, a retired police lieutenant, 6 feet tall, with beautiful bright blue eyes and a kind expression. Her home, when she is at home, is in Glen Falls, New York. There we are settled. The customs officials will speak English, we hope, and leave us our bourbons and cigarettes. Ports are necessities, like postage stamps or soap, but they seldom seem to care what impression they make, or, like this, only attempt it, since it does not matter. The unassertive colours of soap or postage stamp, wasting away like the former, slipping the way the later, do when we mail the letters we wrote on the boat, either because the glue here is very inferior or because of the heat. We leave Santos at once. We are driving to the interior. Arrival at Santos by Elizabeth Bishop. This poem, This poem was written by Elizabeth Bishop upon her arrival in Brazil. And she lived in Brazil for about 15 years. She's talking about her arrival, but she's almost at the end of the poem dismissing the port. It's just some necessity that you need to get through to go on to better places. Can I say how much I like Elizabeth Bishop's poetry? I think the poems I have read of Elizabeth Bishop, she writes of everyday things, and she wrote, because she's not alive still, but she wrote of everyday things. But she really brings her environments that she's writing about to life so vividly. Even with this, she's not that impressed with the port at all, but she describes it so well. And I love the language she uses. I really do like her poetry. Some of them I cannot do because of copyright, but I am actually thinking of applying to read them out because I just really like her poetry. As I said, I like the language she uses, and they're like little vinaigrettes of a little space in time at a particular place. And as I said, she describes them so well. What do you think? Would you agree with me with that? That with her poems, and I do have, I think, one or two of other of her poems on my site, and if you are interested, go back and look at those. But no, I think she was a really good poet. American, as I said, she lived abroad for quite a while. She lived in Brazil for 15 years, and then when her partner died, she went back to America, and I think she may have stayed in America teaching as well until she passed away. But I really like her poetry. Another one I discovered through the Poetry Foundation. Sorry, these are my notes. But as I said, I think she's a very good poet. Very good poet. That's why I've said in the title, I think Elizabeth Bishop was a very good poet. What do you think? Do you agree? Can you suggest any other poets that I can do? Because, as I said, I really want poetry to survive and thrive. So there you go. As I said, that's Wednesday's poem this week. I'm seriously thinking of asking it's some publishing house that has copyright with some of her poems now. But I haven't read a bad poem of hers yet. And as I said, what really jumps out at me is just the environment that she brings to life so vividly. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be back on Wednesday. Bye.